here in LegalShield, meaning if somebody's within 3 feet of you, there's an opportunity to actually share LegalShield with them. And it happens everywhere naturally. I'm not talking about you see somebody over there and you're kind of sizing them up and then you're stalking them and you run up, hey, let me tell you about LegalShield. No, it's nothing crazy like that, okay? It's, I mean, we get these ideas. We're not stalking, we're not hunting people. We're just sharing stuff with people naturally. So, okay, beautiful. You guys can hear me okay?
Yes, sir.
All right. So, let me start by what we do naturally when we meet people. By there's ways of approaching people. One of which you see people out and about is anyone that talks with me and talks to me is an opportunity for me to talk back with them and share LegalShield. I'm not out, once again, I'm not out eyeing people up and stalking them and running up to strangers. That's not me. I let it happen organically. And we all have that. So I have a rule of I never pass an interaction by without at least letting them know what I do. So here's an example. I was riding my bike up Skyline Drive up in the hills on my bike, and a couple of lady hikers were coming down the trail. And I'm riding my bike, and they holler, "Holy moly, how are you riding a road bike up here?" And I'm like, okay. They commented on something to engage with me. First of all, they're qualified because anyone that would holler out something to somebody else is generally a potentially good member of LegalShield, right? And they were asking me about me. Wonderful. I'm going to talk to them about my bicycle. So I stop. I let them, well, I'm a pretty tough guy. I can climb these hills. Let me tell you, ladies, it's not easy. But I have my moment. And, yeah, that's right. And so. But then I asked them about them. Well, you guys are in incredible shape hiking. You compliment. So when somebody engages you, write this down. The first step you want to do is compliment somebody because we all like a compliment. It's a great way of engaging. So I compliment you guys are in incredible shape. You hiked up this mountain in this 100-degree heat. You're not even carrying water. How do you do that? My God, you guys elite athletes? Now I was being genuine. And one of them was like, yeah, actually I hiked a 250-mile multi-day hike throughout, Brazil one time. I'm like, wow, that's amazing. Tell me more. And then I asked them, when you engage, you compliment, and then I ask people, what do you do for a living? Now, what happens when I ask them that? Anyone want to take a guess?
Their eyes pop out.
Their eyes pop out, and they tell you what they do, but then guess what happens? They have to turn around and do what? Ask me what I do for a living. Okay, so just remember, compliment and ask them what they do. That will get you very far. Is that pretty simple? Compliment somebody, say hello is another one. Hey, and see if people respond to you, but compliment and then ask them what they do for a living. Well, they turned around and they said, well, actually, I'm kind of retired now. My son runs my company, and I'm still getting paid from it, but my son runs the company and I do these kinds of sporting events. I'm like, that sounds a lot like me. So then you want to relate to the person. So write that down, right? Find some commonality. So I'm like, I too. And she's like, well, what do you do? I'm so glad you asked, right? And I tell something very simple. I provide LegalShield. I'm a LegalShield agent. For $30, you can get unlimited access to lawyers and get all your legal needs met and protect you from all the crazy sue-happy people out there. And she's like, wow, I own my company. And I was thinking this, my company, we got sued this last year. I wish I'd known about this before. Isn't that interesting, right? So I'm like, well, I tell you what, then I talk about nutrition. I gave him some advice on nutrition. You want to really amp it. I'm like, do you keep, and here's the line, you can write this down and remember this, do you keep your income options open to side projects if the money's exciting enough? And she's like, I absolutely do keep my income options open. I mean, she's working late at night at the hotel, but it doesn't matter. You just don't know where people are. And so I'm like, well, you know, I got to get upstairs to, I know she was a young girl, so I always throw my wife in there. I'm like, you know, I got to get my wife's luggage and get her into the hotel room. But if you like, I can get your, I don't go for the number when they're younger. I just, if you have email or something, I can send you some information, okay? And she, sure, here's my email. And I sent her some info. That's just me. If they offer the number, because, you know, I don't want to creep anyone out. But what I do is I say, my wife's going to come talk to you, and then she'll go in and get the number, okay? So that's another thing. So there's service people. You can do the same with somebody at a restaurant, a server. They provide good service. You can, once again, great compliments that work for everyone are, you got a great, write this down, you got a great personality. You got a great personality. And what's another one? Anyone else know a really good compliment? I'll go out to you guys.